Hey y'all, hey, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Shay. Today is going to be a pick a card reading on advice from your spirit guides. To pick a card, allow yourself to relax for up to 30 seconds. Feel free to pause the video to do so. When you're ready, choose with your heart and not your eyes, as your eyes can be deceiving. Or you can ask your guides to help you choose the card for you. The cards go in order from left to right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you feel called to multiple cards, there may be more than one message for you. And with that, we're going to go ahead and hop right in with pile 1. Hey, pile number 1, welcome to your reading. So what do your spirit guides need you to know right now? What messages and advice do they have for you? Let's go ahead and hop right into that. Intuitively, I feel as though you are currently in some sort of fight right now, pile number 1, within your family or maybe with a close-knit group of people. And there is this ongoing issue that may be relevant to people feeling unappreciated or not feeling as though their contribution to the family, to the group, to the collective is being seen. And I feel like the message from Spirit is that it's time for you to kind of honestly fight your way out of this situation. It may be time for you to seize the opportunity. Maybe you guys have an opportunity to stop the fight or leave the situation. Like for instance, for some reason I keep picturing a person who has always been there for other people, who always love other people, who always do right by other people, but those other people aren't always reciprocating. So it might, and you may have a dream that you've been neglecting because of these people, or you may be putting yourself in bad positions all the time to be around these people. And now I feel like Spirit is telling you to just go ahead and go and do what it is that you want for you, because you've built up enough karma to do that. You have put yourself in such a positive position energetically and karmically that it won't do as much harm as I guess I feel like you're making it up to be. There's this focus on fairness. I feel the need to say you've been fair. You have done as much like push for this as you possibly can, and it's just time to move on. You got death, which again, death doesn't always automatically mean death. When I seen this card, when it popped out for you, I instantly thought it's time for change. It's time for you to seize the opportunity. Whatever you've been unsure of to do, I feel like this is them telling you go ahead and do it. You've done enough. It's time for change. This situation is old and stale and dusty, and we just tired of you suffering through this after all of this good karma. It's just time to move on. It's time to again let go of your burdens. I feel like you may have spent a lot of time thinking and crying about this situation. You may have spent a lot of time wondering if you've done the right thing or if you're doing the right thing. You may be very hurt. Maybe you have been through a lot, and you weren't really allowing yourself to recover at first. And now it's just kind of like, let it go. Why do you have to suffer any longer, pile 1? Why do you have to allow this to literally run your life? You'll definitely win. You just have to not be persuaded and not allow somebody to convince you that whatever you're thinking, whatever you're trying to do, however you're going about this thing is wrong. Don't let them change your mind. This is your opponent. This is your opponent, whoever this is. And this really could be somebody in your family. This really could be somebody that you have a lot of love for, and vice versa. But you also have to remember that sometimes people who love us most, unfortunately, will manipulate us because they know how we feel about them. So make sure that you are standing your ground, defending yourself. You see look at her face. She is serious as a heart attack. She does not care. That's all I'm seeing for you, pal number 1. Thank you so much for watching. If this resonated with you at all, please go ahead and like, share, comment, subscribe below. I love you, and I hope you're having an amazing day. Bye. Hey, pal number 2, welcome to your reading. We're going to answer the question, what do your spirit guides need you to know right now? I'm going to go ahead and get started with your reading. There is a lot of fire in your reading overall. Like, your reading is very passionate. I feel like you may be someone who is working really, really hard towards something, especially when I see the 3 of fire. I feel like you may be finding the perfect level of success as well. You may be around people who want to see you succeed, people who are helping you towards your goal. And I'm just seeing a lot of money. I don't know. It's just like I'm overwhelmed with success and positivity and hard work. I also see the Eight of Fire, which always kind of signifies some sort of blow up or some like crazy amount of like explosion of energy, or quick messages, like something happening really quickly, some type of a profession of love. Actually, I feel two things for you guys. I feel like that is actually just the burst of creativity that I'm seeing. I feel like for some of you, you are just so ready to make something happen that you are working yourself down, honey. It's so empowering. You feel really good, you feel really positive, and you're really working toward it, but you're doing it very, very quickly and very, very, like almost passionately, almost a little angry. You just like a volcano, just like a volcano. You are trying to get it done. You have a goal, you have a path, but everyone's getting burnt in the way because you are just too focused on your goal. But that's not a bad thing. That's not necessarily the message, because it does say do not let other people discourage you. I feel like some of you may have people around you who are trying to convince you to slow down, or that you're not going about things the right way. Like I feel like there's some sort of disencouragement, or someone who's not encouraging you to do it, or maybe you don't feel encouraged. Maybe deep down inside you feel like you're doing something wrong. Like I don't know, I feel like there's something that's making you feel like your passion is placed incorrectly. But I feel like your guys are saying no, it's not, and you shouldn't let anyone influence how you feel. You just have to continue to keep pushing forward. I feel like you might be a very reasonable person. You might be someone who makes decisions after thinking about them. Again, you're going through this fast, but you're not going through this fast or passionately uninformed, if that makes any sense. You're not making decisions without thinking. And I feel like when someone comes along and they're like, maybe you're not thinking, no, you have the right idea. Don't let anyone convince you otherwise. And then there's Oshala here as well. So for some of you, I'm actually sensing, for half of you, pile number 2, that some of you may have a person who is trying to, they just want to be there. And they're kind of like this opposing energy because you're like on the end of fire and burning. You may be a fire sign. You might be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or just in general. You just may be a really driven person. And then you have someone who's more relaxed and more loving and more just the opposite of your energy of relax and have a good time and show some emotion and things of that nature. But they mean well. I don't think this is necessarily saying that they're the person that is causing an issue. I just think that this honestly may be the person you need to be working with. I just don't sense any negative energy from them. I think the people who are trying to discourage you are outside, and then there's like this one person who is just trying to help you relax, if that makes any sense. I pulled some cards for some advice for you along with this message. So with the Queen of Swords, she is typically very blunt, very intellectual, very forward thinking, but this is actually a card to encourage you to take your emotion out of things. Maybe you're just so driven that you're almost emotional, and maybe that's what causes the problem. So they're kind of telling you to take your emotion out of the thing so that you can progress. I did see the Eight of Pentacles, and again, you're working towards something. There is something you're working towards. There is something that you are planning and trying to figure out. But when it came in reverse, the first message that Spirit gave to me was to tell you to put it down sometimes. And again, the King of Cups came up. So this is a person who is very compassionate. He's a great friend. He's a great lover. You know, he brings a lot of emotion, a lot of kindness, and people love being around him because of the safety and the comfort that he provides. So again, this may be this character that's in your life. Now, if this is an opposing character, that kind of explains why there's fire and then there's this random water and this coolness. This may be the opposing character, but I just really don't feel like it. The message overall is that what you're working on is going to bring success. It's just okay to take a break. And anyone who is making you feel irrational or is causing a lot more emotion than what needs to be there, that's the person that needs to come out. But make sure that you're also embracing the people who are adding to what you're trying to do as well. Okay, that's all I'm seeing for you, pile number 2. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you resonated with anything that I said, please go ahead and like, share, comment, subscribe below. I love you, and I hope you're having an amazing day. Bye. Hey, pile number 3, welcome to your reading. Here's your message from your spirit guides and what you need to know. So we're gonna go ahead and hop right in. For you, pile number 3, I feel like you're trying to make a decision. You are trying or really overthinking or over focusing on something that maybe material, like you are in between two decisions and you can't really figure out what the answer to your question is or what you want. I feel like you may have a lot of options and you can't figure out which one is the best for you. But I feel like there is some type of decision that you are trying to make. I feel like you're being called to balance between material and spiritual or life or overall. Just your reading overall is telling me that you're spending more time thinking than you are actually living or actually just making a decision and going with it. Like, I feel like your thoughts are really getting you in trouble and keeping you from enjoying your life. And I also feel the need to kind of comfort you and let you know that whatever decision you make is going to be the one for you. You are in perfect associations with people who care about you. You may have great friendships. For some reason, I feel like you've been here before, or you might be a person who just overthinks all the time. But every time you've overthought, you realize that you didn't have to overthink it in the first place. And once you made the decision, it was like it was the perfect decision and everything went great. So I feel like this is just kind of a reminder to trust yourself. You always make good decisions. And even if you don't necessarily always make good decisions, it's not going to you don't have to worry about the negatives of it. It will work itself out. Spirit is with you. The advice that you have, which is hilarious, you have a justice card in another deck when you had Shango in another deck. Again, with the balance and just being ready to make a decision, thinking about your options and then just making that decision and being ready to swipe wherever you need to swipe, kill it. You can make the decision that you need to make. Consider your options, but just don't consider them so long that you kind of think yourself out of an opportunity or a situation. Like, I feel like you might be neglecting the people around you. You also got the sun. And again, we have the 3 of water, the 2 of air. All cards are cards of happiness and enjoying oneself and like appreciating the things that are happening around you and just being ready to go out there and live life and treat yourself. And I feel like that's a reminder from Spirit to just let go and have a good time and enjoy and go hang out with your friends and let it go for a moment. Make your choice and just go ahead. You got it. So by you doing all of this decision making and all of this thinking and all of this trying to figure something out, you're going to make the right decision just based off of your analysis. And also find balance in the things that you do. Work a little bit, play a little bit. Enjoy yourself, pile number 3. But that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. If you resonated with anything in this reading, please go ahead and like, share, comment, subscribe below. I love you, and I hope you're having an amazing day. Bye. Hey, pal number 4, welcome to your reading. What message does your spirit guides have for you? I'm going to go ahead and hop right in. So upon looking at your cards, pile number 4, it seems as though you guys may be under a lot of pressure right now. You may not be feeling so hot. I just feel like you may be under a lot of pressure. You might be a lot of stressed out right now. You may be taking on a lot more than you want to. Maybe just taking care of other people. Maybe you're just really working hard towards a goal. But I feel like you may need some time alone to go inside and to kind of cleanse yourself. I feel like your spirit guides honestly are telling you to take a break. You will have the success that you are looking for, but overworking yourself and being all tired and being all stressed out and being all in your head and taking on 10 wands and walking them down the street every day and you can't see where you're going, and cut it out. It's time to rest. It's okay to take a break. It's okay to need time alone. It's okay to not always be ripping and running and doing things for others all the time. I hate to say it, but I feel like some of you may be very involved in taking care of everyone around you. Spirit's advice to you is to create boundaries. It is time for you to tell people where to get off the bus. It's time for you to let people know, hey, today I don't have enough time. Today I don't have enough energy, whatever the case may be. And again, I don't want you to see this as failure. I want you to understand that just sometimes we all need a break. You're only one person, but also there is some positivity. You will be recognized for all that you do. People will celebrate you for all that you do. So I feel the need to say that your success is going to be there regardless. Oh, getting a message. I'm picturing a person who thinks that if they stop it'll kind of put a stop in their progress. You can afford to take a break because your greatness is going to shine through. People are going to appreciate that work. It's not like your degree disappears because you took one weekend out of all of the other weekends off. Y'all catch my drift? Y'all feel me? So I feel like it's okay to take a break because your success is there, pile number 4. You did that. Period. That's all I'm seeing for you, pile number 4. Thank you so much for watching. If you resonated with anything that I said, please go ahead and like, share, comment, subscribe below. I love you. And I hope you're having an amazing day. Bye. Hey, pile number 5. Welcome to your reading. What message do your spirit guides have for you right now? What do you need to know? I'm going to go ahead and hop right in. Okay, the immediate message that I get from this is that you are having a hard time being who you are. You may be having a hard time loving yourself and being kind to yourself. You may be having a hard time embracing the positive qualities that you actually possess. I feel like you're having a really hard time dealing with that. On the other hand, for some of you, I feel the need to say that some of you may be still yearning for childhood, like you're wishing for things to be different or to go back in time or to be younger, or maybe you are young and you're kind of expressing a level of immaturity to escape the restraints of life. You just may be over fantasizing how things used to be because of this, because being an adult may be restraining. And for some of you, you may be an earth sign, you may be a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. Maybe not, maybe this is just your energy right now, but I feel like being in a situation that's restraining, like adulthood is. So I feel like you may be feeling restrained by daily life, maybe by a person. Maybe this person is that's restraining you is some sort of earth sign, but I feel like there's some sort of restraint and this restraint is actually causing you to either not be yourself or want to be someone else or want to be something else or want to be a different age. Catch my drift? But the advice that your guides are bringing to you through me right now is that you need to find balance between that. You need to understand that the old you, the young you, the who you used to be, all of that is over with. It's no longer who you are, and it's okay to take a little piece from that. You know what I mean? But you don't have to live there. I feel like there's just this struggle to love oneself. They want you to love yourself. They want you to celebrate yourself. They want you to embrace yourself and those around you, those who show compassion and show love. You may have been a little childish, but you were full of potential and you were full of happiness. And I feel like you want that person back. You want that ball of fire, that ball of energy, that person who had all these ideas and all of these dreams back. And it's not even that the person is lost. It's just more of a times are different now. You know what I mean? And it's how can you bring this old person into your experience now? How can you love who you are now and then incorporate who you used to be as well? It doesn't have to be one or the other. Okay? And again, here with the 7 of Swords, I feel like there's a lie going on. Maybe you're lying to this restraining individual. Maybe it's just a matter of you lying to yourself and not being who you really are or who you want to be. You'll thank yourself for it. But if you're not, and this is external and this is a person that you have to lie to, I feel like it's okay to be yourself. It's okay to express who you really are. Maybe time to let that image go, or that image that they have of you go, or whatever the case may be. Another message just came up because with the Dwarves and Gnomes card, this can signify people who will not accept deceit and lies and have been through enough where they know their worth, they know who they are, they know, like they're confident within themselves, they're wealthy, things of that nature. They're persevering, pushing through, and they just won't deal with people who lie. And again, with this 7 of Swords coming up, talking about telling little white lies, maybe someone is lying to you personally. And this lie is actually what's keeping you from being able to be yourself, because either A, you feel it, or B, the lie that they've constructed has kind of created a false life for you. I don't know who I'm talking to, but that may be for some of you, maybe not all of you, but I sense that there's some sort of lie that's causing issues. And this could be in the reverse. Maybe you're telling some type of lie to keep up the identity or keep up the image that this person has, or keep up something for other people. But it's time for you to be yourself, express yourself either way. It's time for you to break out of that shell. It's time for you to be whomever you want to be. You're kind of losing yourself a little bit. Show yourself some love. Show yourself some self-love, okay? Thank you so much for watching. If you resonated with anything that I said, please go ahead and like, share, comment, subscribe below. I love you, and I hope you're having an amazing day. Bye. Hey, pal number 6, welcome to your reading. What message do your spirit guides have for you, and what advice do they have? I'm going to go ahead and hop right in. You have the moon 2 times from 2 different decks in your reading. I feel like there's this need to fight for something. There's this feeling of competition, or maybe something has already been taken from you, and maybe that's causing some sort of darkness within you. I'm picturing a person who uses their resources, who uses who they know, who uses their money, who uses their charm, who uses all of these positive traits about themselves to kind of get what they want. I feel like in a way that this person is hiding their truth. They're not really 100% being who they want to be. They're kind of putting on a show almost to overcome the competition or overcome an obstacle. Like, I feel like they're using things to get what they want. And I feel like that's the message for spirit. There is some sort of darkness. There is some sort of confusion and mirage as well. And kind of like disguising oneself, maybe lack of communication as well. So I feel like that might be the message. Like, you might not be being yourself. You may be doing something just so you can get the benefits of it. But I feel like spirit is encouraging you to turn over a new leaf. Allow yourself to, like, you're not so far gone. If you have done anything negative, or if you have done anything that you're not proud of, or you're too far down a path, like maybe, I even sense for some of you, maybe you are a little over focused on the material world, who you know, what you got, you know, things of that nature, and you have really lacked on your spirituality. You have really lacked on your inner guidance, and like being kind to yourself, and like nurturing your like things that are going on inside. I feel like this may be a call for you to go inside. They're telling you to find a new focus, because yes, you can fix it. Yes, you can. You don't have to be this way always, but you have to start. You're not being you, and it's time for you to be yourself. It's time for you to make up for those lost times. You're trying to compete with the Joneses. You're trying to be around these people, and you're not following the real path of who you are, and the real path of what it is that you want to do, who you really, really are inside. You're just completely ignoring that. And then you have the Ace of Cups here. So I'll read from this, because I think this is a message that you need to hear. Something beautiful and full of love has just begun, and your cup is so full that it spills out into a pool below. You feel yourself filled with radiant positivity, happiness, and joy. Be receptive. You've been blessed with life-giving love, and welcome all your new endeavors. So I feel like, again, this is a chance to start over. This is a chance. And again, water, the moon, this is all psychic ability, intuition, like who you really are on the inside, not what you're showing to others. And I feel like this is the opportunity to give yourself that love, to be in love with who you are, to actually take those new opportunities. Be receptive. Be receptive to who you are. Be receptive to the new things that are coming into your life, or the people who are trying to change, or even be receptive to the divine. Like, allow spirit to talk to you, and don't be so focused on, I guess, regular everyday life, and so focused on materiality that you're not focused on who you are on the inside, who you are as a being. That are you really comfortable and really happy if you're not being true to yourself? Okay, pile number 6. But that's all that I have for you. If this reading resonated with you at all, please go ahead and let me know in the comments. Like and subscribe. I love you, and I hope you're having an amazing day. Bye.